welcome back to yet another review, and to a very special review, as this is my first ever review of a Cars on the Road piece of merchandise. Specifically, this is the brand new Color Changers Lightning McQueen and Guido pack. Not really a two-pack, since only one car is actually a functioning car. The rest is just a big plastic accessory. If you want to pick one of these up, I found him at Target. They also made Mater and Cruz. He sells for $10, which is, of course, quite a bit more than the typical $6 retail price of a color changer. Of course, you're paying for this additional piece with Guido hooked up to a hose, hooked up to a barrel that squirts out water. Again, this Guido is completely static plastic and does not move, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Would have preferred these guys to just all be singles, but I always like when the Cars Diecast line tries new concepts, especially when new pieces of media are coming out, so I don't really mind. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review. Today, again, we're going to be taking a look at the Cars on the Road Lightning McQueen color changer, so let's get started. As you can see, we're continuing to use the regular packaging for color changers, just with the On the Road logo slapped on the bottom. I'd assume the same will be true for the regular main line. Not really a big fan of the artwork here. Instead of using actual images of characters, it's just CG renders of the toy itself, which, I mean, it looks fine. You've got Guido and his hose here hooked up to a tube. You've got a picture of how it works. When you squeeze the barrel there, of course, water comes out in an unrealistically blue color. Color Changers logo there. You have 2 and 1. Now, this is honestly a little confusing. They show blue on the left and red on the right, and then here red on the left and blue on the right, but as you can see, the warm color for this Lightning is blue. That's why it's the color he's currently in. It is 97 degrees out currently, so not surprised. Very cool to see blue as the warm color for Lightning, though. It is far lighter than his other recent color changers, like the Fabulous McQueen here, who was a white darker blue. It's probably very similar in color, if not exactly the same in color, to the Dynaco McQueen color changer that they did last year. You can see in cold water he changes to red. You can see how it works. You dip Guido in here and then you can spray water out of the barrel. Did not expect you to dip Guido in. I thought maybe you would like pour water into the barrel or something like that, but no. Also available, we have Cruz and Mater. Unfortunately, I didn't find either of these. Cruz comes with this yellow pity. Mater comes with the new character Sarah Cogs. But yeah, let's take this out of the packaging. Kind of glad that the first item I found was McQueen, because if I'd gotten Sarah Cogs, the show isn't out yet. What am I supposed to say about her? What I just noticed is different, though. Look, here where the blister is, you actually have a road map, of course, referencing On the Road. That's pretty cool. I wish I had seen that before it got all ripped up, but look at that. You can see it says Salt Flats there. Down here looks like a volcano, maybe for Cretaceous Gardens. We've got a cone with a flag. Maybe that's the circus tent. That's really cool. We also have Willie's Butte there. I did not notice that at first, and that's so cool to see special background detailing for behind the blister. That is really, really cool. Anyway, we have this super long name tag. Now we have McQueen. Let's see. Get him out. Then we have Guido. We'll start by taking a look. We'll take a look at McQueen first, I guess. So, move Guido off to the side. Here is McQueen out of the package, and yeah, he's just continuing to have the exact same generic expression that a lot of the other McQueen color changers have. Not really a big fan of this face, but it is basically the same face as the Dynaco McQueen from last year. A problem it has that a lot of other recent color changers have is you can definitely tell the eyes are a sticker. It looks very much stuck on and almost sort of translucent. You could still sort of see some of that color behind the eyes, which is really unfortunate. Also a sticker is the Radiator Springs logo on the hood, which is also unfortunate. The minis have been getting pretty good with printing details on. McQueen's 95s are printed on, but not the Radiator Springs logo on the hood. Of course, time of making this video, Cars on the Road is not out yet. The regular diecasts are not out yet, but we have gotten some pretty good looks at McQueen, and I really like this look, as I've said before. You can see the Radiator Cat Mountain and On the Road. I love that he no longer has Rusty's logos on him, since he's not really racing anymore, or at least he won't be in this series. On the side we have the 95, and it's gold, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't believe we've seen the regular 155 scale diecast for on the road McQueen just yet, but with this being gold here, I assume that the actual diecast will be a metallic red. It just seems to fit with how he appears in the trailer and in other promotional material. Then we have his Lightyear tires, of course, in red. There's a look at the back, and look at that. Here's a detail that we didn't see anywhere else. He's got a little 95 next to the headlight. I guess I thought the back would be empty if they didn't put anything else there. I really like this fading design. I'm sure it'll look much cooler on the actual diecast with its metallic red color scheme. But yeah, looking very nice. There is a look at the base. Of course, he continues to use a Cars 3 McQueen longer mold. Then we move on to Guido. Yay! Plastic immobile pitties. They just keep on making these, and I really don't like them. But is this facing the right way? How should this face? Like that. Guido, poor guy can't even stand up. Okay. All right. Where? Oh wait. Yeah. Which way am I supposed to put the tube? It seems like Guido may stand better if he goes. No. What is? He can't even stand. Guido, no! This is why he needs to be metal, or at least have functioning wheels. Give him a little weight, Mattel. Jeez. Maybe when this is full of water. Oh, that's ridiculous. But I like how he's holding a shower head. He's holding it at an angle. It's a very cute Guido. Yeah, just your typical Guido. This tank in the back is pretty big. It honestly seems like the rubber is pretty thick. Pretty thick tube here as well. And of course, this is what stores the water to spray on McQueen. We've got a little plastic cap here connecting them just so that it doesn't leak out. Now, let's test changing McQueen's color and test Guido changing McQueen's color. And for the record, Guido does not, he doesn't change color, obviously. Missed opportunity, guys. It is so hot outside today, and my upstairs bathroom here is the only room in my house that the air conditioning doesn't reach. So this is the second time I had to film this, because the first time my ice cubes melted, despite the fact that they were in cold water. So we have McQueen here, and now we're going to dip him in. He just would not change to red the first time, and then my ice cubes melted. It is taking him quite a little bit. Seems like he's still getting there. Really interesting shade of red though, much darker red, which is honestly pretty cool. It seems pretty accurate to the show, where he does have a darker red. It almost looks purple, so we'll just leave him in here for another minute, and while we're at it, we will dip Guido into the water. Is there something I have to do? Do I have to like squeeze this to fill it, maybe? Yeah, I think so. You can see there. There we go. Now, when we squeeze this, poor Guido, who still can't stand, wow, shoots quite a bit of water. I should have brought my tripod for this. Okay, so McQueen still has not fully turned. I think it might be just because of how hot it is. Let's just put some ice on him. Really interesting color here. Yeah, quite a purple shade of red. You can see some of like the crevices here are still a bit blue. We're gonna swap hands here and just see if we could try to make him get a little more red, but no, it seems he's gonna stay at this sort of purplish color. But it is, again, a darker red than their usual color, which is nice because McQueen does have a darker red and on the road than usual, but this is certainly more than a purple, more of a purple than a red. Now if we dip him back in to the blue, take a little bit to change back. Now we dip him back into the red. Yeah, so this consistently is the color he goes back to, this almost purple color, which is pretty interesting. Now we're gonna put him back in, and let's see if we can get Guido to spray some water on him. So if we dip Guido into the water here, this water is becoming a little room temperature. I don't know how well it will work. Oh yeah, see, look at that. He starts to change McQueen back. I wasn't really expecting anything other than that. Let's make the water a little warmer, actually. Again, as a collector, I said this in the My Thoughts episode, as a collector, the Guido doesn't really appeal to me, and if I were a little kid getting this, I think I would want something that would make changing the colors a bit more controlled. I just prefer to fully dunk them in. I don't really like when it looks all splotchy and has like different parts being different colors. You can't really control with this how much gets changed and how drastically. The color changers when they were first coming out would include these little paint brushes, which I guess worked a little better. Yeah, for $4 extra, I don't know, it's up to you, in all honesty. There is another on-the-road McQueen color changer coming out in the Whale Car Wash playset. That one changes from red to yellow, which is a much more tried and true McQueen color changer combination that always tends to work out pretty well. I'm gonna say I'm pretty disappointed with the darker color for this McQueen. It's so inconsistent. It's almost purple. It's not really an accurate dark red. It almost seems like they were trying, like I like what they were trying to go for, doing the darker red McQueen that we see in On the Road, emulating what will probably be a metallic diecast when we get the metal version. But you could just see, like, around the windows and the creases of it, you still see that blue. And maybe that's Mattel trying to emulate the car, like light hitting off the car and it appearing in lighter and darker shades. But I don't know. I mean, I'm a little disappointed by that, in all honesty. But I mean, it does look fine. Like, from a distance from here, it looks fine. Maybe mine is just defective. Maybe it's just because of the temperature outside. I just don't like the fact that you could really see the blue seeping through on certain parts of him. It does look pretty nice, again, and it's cool to see that they tried to emulate the metallicness of On the Road McQueen. But as soon as On the Road McQueen comes out, I'm definitely going to stay with this guy on my shelf. I'm going to keep him in the light blue color, which I definitely prefer, especially when we get an actual accurate McQueen. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Oh, and my final verdict on Guido, you could take him or leave him. I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.